Namaskar. I would like to say my Happy New Year's good wishes. 2020 sounds very special. 2020. I think that year is going to be very wonderful, beautiful. 2019 was fantastic, and 2020 will be 10 times, 20 times better than 2019. We yearn for fulfillment, for success, for love, for happiness, for realization. All of those are our spiritual needs. And if we follow our human nature, we are going to fulfill those needs and we are going to be happy. The first and foremost prerequisite to fulfill those needs is dynamism. Staticity and dynamism, these are two opposites. When we are static, we become unhappy. We become toxic. And when we are dynamic, we are growing and we are opening. Just like a tree. When the tree is growing, at some point the bud is generated in the tree. And the bud will open and will become a flower. And within the flower, there will be nectar and there will be fragrance. So this is the process. But dynamism is not just moving about. It's a conscious movement towards a goal. When we understand each action that I am doing it consciously. I know why I am doing it. And I am moving towards the goal. The dynamism has to be on the three levels, on the physical levels. You need to give the labor to the body. It has to be moved, it has to be exercised. You have to give good food to the body, good cleansing to the body, good rest to the body. And it will create the dynamic force in your biology. It will inspire you. On intellectual level, we must learn the new ways of thinking, the new skills, the new ways of communication. And on the spiritual level, we must meditate. That is the ultimate dynamism. When you are meditating, you are going very deep into the unconscious causal layers of the mind. And you are planting the seed of dynamism. It's just like planting the dynamite into the thickness of staticity. You're planting that explosive there. And then, boom, it blasts. And it creates the movement. It creates the progress. So go deeper and put the bigger one there. When you meditate, even you, I think maybe some of you have experienced, even your room in which you are meditating, when you enter that room, you feel the sweetness is there. That sweetness is from the Supreme Consciousness, from the innermost levels of yourself. You meditate, you touch it, and it comes out and it goes into the walls, into the air. The beauty, the sweetness is created. The sweetness and more sweetness and even more sweetness. When you feel that sweetness, you fall in love with life, with existence, and with the Supreme. And when you fall in love with the Supreme, it is very interesting. My master has said, he said that, even if you have one drop of love to God, to Supreme Consciousness, the Supreme Consciousness itself will teach you the way to serve Him, the best way to serve Him. And that is our destiny. That is our fulfillment. When I know that I'm useful, that what I'm doing has some meaning, and it plays a part in the bigger picture. It gives us immense happiness. We are searching for that our whole lives. So it is a causal relationship First, the dynamism. The dynamism creates sweetness, creates happiness. The happiness makes you fall in love with existence, makes you fall in love with the Supreme Consciousness. And love towards Supreme Consciousness opens up your intuition and you know what to do. We are in the peculiar situation now. The human race is moving very fast without knowing where it is moving. It is a very dangerous situation in one hand, but it is a very potential situation in another hand. We are at the very important threshold. We have to choose to embrace the old skeleton, worn out skeletons, or to embrace the new, resplendent dawn of the new age. And my master has said that whatever you do has meaning. Nothing of yours is meaningless, but everything is meaningful. What you do in the transitional period, the value of one day equals the value of 100 years. So increase the speed of your work 1,000 times. You cannot increase the speed of your physical. Even intellectual cannot. But on the spiritual level, you can increase the speed. With the limited resources in the physical and intellectual sphere, you have unlimited resources on the spiritual level. So start meditate today. Become established in meditation. Emanate inspiration and sweetness. Let this 2020 be a glorious year. Let 2020 be the year of change, the positive change. I would like to also express my gratitude to the year 2019 and to you. The year 2019 has given the most important joy that it has given us is this project of meditation steps. It gives us the hope, the meaning, the fulfillment. And in 2019 our team has grown to 100 people, 15 people working full-time and others are volunteers. Still now, most of them working in the Russian segment and some working in English. And now we are working on the Spanish, Turkish and Japanese channels. We are developing the contents, we're developing the products, we're developing the mobile application. And soon it's going to be available in all languages of the world. And I would like to express the gratitude to you for watching the meditation steps and for making us feel that we are producing something very, very useful. And it inspires so much the team. So more and more people joining us, more and more people want to be the part of the change. That which is going on and which is very quickly take place in the world. On the spiritual level, on the psychic level, on the physical level. We are contributing to that positive change. And in the next year, I hope to focus on the educational courses which will develop. One thing is to listen to the lecture. Another thing is to realize from within yourself. So I'm going to work on the programs, on the courses, which will help you to realize different spiritual ideas and acquire different spiritual habits, so that you are not only in theory, but in practice you will feel completely different man. That is my dream for last 10 years, but now by the grace of the Supreme Consciousness we are forming a great team, and that team together I think we can fulfill that goal, that task. And the final thing I would like to say, that we should remember that everything comes from the cosmic consciousness. There is no reason to be proud of our intellectual or physical or economic achievements. Everything happens by the grace of the Supreme Consciousness, and therefore nothing is impossible, because the Supreme Consciousness is infinite, so the potential is also infinite. The most important, we have to touch. We should come in touch with that Supreme Entity through our meditation. And as a New Year present, I would like to announce that very soon we are going to release a new basic course on meditation. Beautiful, very beautiful. Just the picture is soothing, and the picture itself inspires you. And we are working on it. In the Russian segments, it is coming up by February 1st, and English maybe comes a little later, but I hope that within 1 or 2 months we are going to release a new basic course. And that is the biggest present, actually, because you know, when you started to meditate, you felt huge change within yourself. So what can be a better present for your friends, for your relatives? Give this basic course to them, inspire them to meditate, and they will be forever grateful to you. This is the most valuable present that one can ever get from anyone. Thank you very much. I wish you really happy, resplendent and glorious 2020. Namaskar.